Welcome to the That's Cool Dude channel. Today we'll be looking at an amazing Skyrim build, the Retired Dragonborn. There's a wide variety of possible Skyrim builds, so it seemed only appropriate to make an entire video about one, so anyone can replay this over and over in the comfort of their own home. So sit back, relax, and grab yourself a beverage as we take a look at this brand new and original Skyrim build showcase. The Dragonborn was born in the province of Cyrodiil, in the city of Bruma. He was raised by his parents, who were skilled blacksmiths, and learned the art of combat from his father, a retired soldier. As he grew older, the Dragonborn developed a wanderlust and a desire for adventure. He set out on foot, traveling towards Skyrim. Along the way, he encountered many dangers, including bandits and wild animals. One night, while camping in the wilderness, the Dragonborn had a vivid dream. He saw himself fighting a dragon and felt a deep sense of purpose and destiny, but the dream still left him shaken. Upon entering Skyrim, the Dragonborn found himself caught up in the midst of a civil war and taken as a prisoner while trying to cross the border, along with a group of rebels. The Dragonborn was taken to Helgen Keep, where they were to be executed along with the rebels. But fate intervened as the dragon from his dreams appeared and started to attack the village. From that moment on, the Dragonborn knew that his destiny was intertwined with the fate of Skyrim. He defeated the world-eating dragon and ate a lot of sweet rolls, but his story didn't end there. The Dragonborn was a fierce warrior who had traveled across the lands of Skyrim and beyond, leaving a trail of amazing adventures in his wake. He had fought countless battles against dragons, undead, and other fearsome foes, mastering every weapon and spell known to the people of Skyrim. The Dragonborn's journey began in the small village of Helgen. He quickly set out on a quest to hone his skills, mastering archery, sword fighting, and magic, and completing every quest that came his way. He explored ancient ruins and tombs, uncovering powerful artifacts and secrets that had been hidden for centuries. As he traveled across Skyrim, he became a member and later the leader of every guild and faction, from the Thieves Guild to the Dark Brotherhood to the Companions. He honed his skills in smithing, alchemy, enchanting, brewing the most potent potions and poisons, and crafting the finest weapons and armor. The Dragonborn's journey took him beyond Skyrim's borders as well, to the land of Solstheim, where he defeated the Mad Dragon Priest and saved the people of the island from destruction. Throughout his journey, the Dragonborn remained true to his principles, always striving to complete the game 100%, even if it took about 1,000 hours of playtime. Always striving to complete every quest that was given to him. He helped the people of Skyrim, from the poor and destitute to the wealthy and powerful, earning the respect and admiration of all who knew him. The Dragonborn's legend lives on, inspiring future generations to follow in his footsteps and defend the people of Skyrim from all who threaten them. Now that there's nothing else to complete or accomplish, he decided to have a simple life with his family and friends, without stress and a constant fear of death. Even if there's nothing much to accomplish, the Dragonborn still has many goals set in mind. The simple life offers many qualities of value, such as calm everyday life and silence, which couldn't be heard on the battlegrounds of Skyrim's civil war. The Dragonborn is happy to spend his days in quiet contemplation. The character has finally found peace and contentment. He can't just be sitting around all day and think about his adventures, new friends, and the Emperor's murder. Thus, he acquires a few new fun hobbies keeping him active, that make everyday life a bit more interesting and eventful. Cooking is a great way for the Dragonborn to spend his time. There are many delicious dishes to prepare and the family is always happy to eat. The garden around the house always needs care, and the Dragonborn is happy to tend to the plants he grows. Hobbies like fishing are calming and enjoyable. Chopping wood on a warm morning is a great way to start the day, and the Dragonborn takes pride in the fruits of the labor of these hobbies. With a lot of new friends he made along the way, the Dragonborn has become a valued member of his respective communities, be it the Mighty Companions, the Jarl's Court, the Dark Brotherhood, or the College of Winterhold. He is well known and respected for his deeds, and there's always a place for the Dragonborn to stay and help those in need with advice on their current endeavors. Mentorship is something the Dragonborn loves to do in his free time. He's content to live away from the spotlight, but passing on his skills to others whose great deeds are yet to be seen is immensely fulfilling. He's patient and passes his knowledge to as much apprentices as possible. He spends a lot of time reflecting on the past, reliving great moments and appreciating lessons he's learned. The Dragonborn has developed a sense of humility after his heroic adventures. He knows he's not invincible, and that in a lot of moments, death was very near. Death could come from a simple bandit ambush and even the gods themselves, who still watch over his actions, even when it's been a while since he's done them a favor, and he honestly doesn't know what happens after death, because he swore loyalty to all of them and now it's just a big mess. And it's probably for the best that he doesn't die, because it might not end well. I mean, Akita should be the one who decides, right? The Dragonborn should go to Sovngarde, and drink mead with the great warriors of the past, sing songs about battles, and not worry about afterlives full of pain and endless torment. Yeah, it should be fine. As mentioned before, he isn't doing this alone. The Dragonborn has started a family and he's devoted to them in every way. He's also devoted to Sithis and the Night Mother and must fulfill his duty as the listener. He finds joy in watching his children play outside and learn new things. A great way to spend time is playing hide and seek with his kids, or seeing their happy faces when he gives them something he found on his adventures. Safety is a great concern in the lands of Skyrim, and protecting his home from threats is necessary. Some threats are not lurking around your house, but in your mind. The Dragonborn is wealthy and uses his money to buy food, stuff to decorate the house, and also gives coins to the poor. The Dragonborn has learned to accept the things as they are. They have come to the terms with their past, but the voices haven't. He's learned to cherish memories and use them as a reminder to appreciate the calm, present moment. And as a reminder to never forget
the blood spilled in the name of the gods and innocence punished for mere materialistic pleasure.
The Dragonborn can be any race, but for role-playing purposes I would highly recommend the Nord. This guy is an Imperial, but in hindsight, the Nord would be better. I usually pop in the Lordstone because the resistances are great. The Dragonborn has every skill tree maxed out to the fullest, and as much perks as possible. This makes him super overpowered, and capable of filling any role imaginable. Does he need to be a thief? Done. Does he need to be a mage? Done. Do the voices in his head ever stop? Nope. It's just your typical completionist playthrough. The Dragonborn has a high level, so we can just put a ton of points in health, mana, and stamina. You can argue that he should have the Dragonbone armor, but I always felt the Stalhrim armor set was way more endgamey, probably because it was introduced later as a part of the Dragonborn DLC. And we are the Dragonborn after all, so it kinda makes sense to have it. He lives a simple life, but some type of combat is inevitable in the lands of Skyrim. The Dragonborn can use any type of weapons to annihilate his endless targets, but I personally like swords because they're fun, and enchanting them with ridiculous enchantments is also fun. I recommend absorb health or stamina enchants, as well as chaos damage on the weapons. Sadly, there's no spellmaking in Skyrim, but we can still use a lot of spells. All of them to be exact, because we have them, and we also have all of those magic school skill trees maxed out. Shouts are great to use on your enemies, and also great for forcing your kids to respect you. You get the message across and they're invincible, so it's fine. Just be careful because your wife might not be. So how do we actually play this build? As mentioned earlier, the Dragonborn really is living the simple life. Just walking around the house is great. Sometimes he sits and thinks about stuff. Cooking food is great. You can't go wrong with reorganizing stuff on shelves. Fishing, playing with your kids, talking with your wife, listening to bards, murder in the name of Sithis, talking with students, helping the poor, raising kids.
What? Seriously? No way! With this, I could buy everything in the market. Wow! Thanks!
Taking care of the garden, buying food, sitting, fishing, murder, listening to bards, talking with your wife, fishing, sitting, raising kids, talking with students, helping the poor, murder, raising kids, buying food, voices, sitting, bards, eating, students, walking, wife, food, kids, fish, murder, thoughts, fish, plants, voices. Or just, download mods and always have something new to do.
You'd come for me. I'm glad to see you. Let's get out of here.
I hope you enjoyed this epic Skyrim build. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your Dragonborns did in their free time. Subscribe if you're cool, and I'll see you next week. I also hope Fudge Muppet sees this video. Or maybe not.